place the stethoscope on your back, okay?
Okay.
Is it okay if I go underneath your shirt?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Also do the same in the front, like this. Okay, now I'm going to assess your cardiovascular system. I'm going to listen to your heart. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, normally I would go under the shirt. You can just breathe normally. Okay, now I'm going to feel for your apical pulse. So I'm just going to place my hand right here. Okay, now I'm going to feel your pulses. So I'm going to start with your brachial pulse in your arm. Okay, now your radial in your wrist. I'm going to go ahead and check both of these for symmetry. Okay, now I'm going to check your popliteal pulse, which is behind your knee. This one's normally pretty difficult to find. Now I'm going to check for your posterior tibial. And on your other foot. And then finally your dorsalis pedis, which is right on the top of your foot. I'm going to assess your vowel sounds, so if you wouldn't mind me listening and taking a look. Have you had any difficulty with anything like that lately? Okay, I'm going to lean you back. Okay. Alright, if you don't mind, I'm going to expose you a little bit now. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to listen. I'm going to start over here on the bottom right side. I'm going to go up and over and down. Okay, now I'm going to lightly press around. Please let me know if you feel any discomfort. All right, now I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Okay, now I'm going to percuss over where your liver is. I should be able to hear a change in sounds, okay? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and feel for your spleen. Let me know if you feel any discomfort. Okay, now I'm going to come to the side and feel for your liver. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a few questions about your urinating habits. What color is your urine normally?
Yellow.
Yellow. Do you think it's pretty normal? Have you noticed any blood or any different color tinge?
No.
Okay. And how often do you normally urinate?
Depends on how much fluid I drink.
Okay, but you haven't noticed that you've been going too much or not enough lately? Do you ever experience any pain while urinating?
No.
Okay, have you noticed any changes in your muscles lately? Have they been hurting?
No.
No? Okay, I'm just going to take a look at your muscles real quick.
Okay.
And I'm just going to feel around. Let me know if they hurt, okay?
Okay.
Try to hit up all your major muscle groups. You don't feel any pain?
No.
Okay. Have you noticed any decreased range of motion lately?
No.
First, we're going to work on your arms. So if you could just lift your arms up. Okay, now can you pull them out? Okay. Go back out one more time for me. Okay. And can you do the same with the other arm? Okay. Now, can you lift your wrist for me? And grip it tight. Okay, now with the other one. Can you move your neck for me? Can you look the different ways? Look up and down, chin to your chest. Okay, and that doesn't have any discomfort?
No.
Now, can you please lay back for me? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands against your feet. If you could just push as hard as you can for me against my pressure. Okay, now can you pull the other way? Can you pull up this way against my hands? Okay, and can you just move your ankles around for me in the different ways? Okay, so your ankles have pretty good movement. Now can you lift your left leg for me? Okay, and the other one. Now we're going to see if you can move your hips out this way, okay? So we're going to lift your leg up and rotate your hip out, okay? And now the other one. Can you go ahead and stand up for me? I'm going to have you first lean over and I'm going to check your spine and just see if it's straight. Okay, and now if you could just walk from that end of the room towards me, I'm just going to assess your walking. Okay, do you feel like one side is weaker than the other?
No.
Now I'm going to have you walk from heel to toe, so if you could just walk in a straight line. Okay, now can you sit down for me? I'm going to perform some neurological assessments. So first, I'm going to have you turn your hands like this really quickly. Okay, now, or if you could touch my finger with yours in the different places. So I'm going to keep moving it and just move your finger to touch mine. If you could just touch my finger and then touch your nose. I'm going to check your patellar reflex. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this right here underneath your knee, and we're going to watch and see if you're like. Now, if you could just do the same on the other side. If you could just stand up and move your heel to your shin. This is the last part of the assessment. If I could just ask you a few questions. What kind of self-concept do you have? Are you really confident in yourself, or?
Very confident.
You're very confident? What do you do for fun? Do you exercise at all?
Yeah, I work out a lot. I do a lot of running. I've done a half marathon and things like that.
Oh, okay, so you stay pretty in shape doing that.
Yes.
Okay, do you get enough sleep usually? How much sleep do you normally get every night?
About 6 to 7 hours.
Okay.
I try to get 8, but sometimes it's just hard with school.
Do you have a lot of stress with school?
Yes.
Yes, what are you going to school for?
Nursing school.
Oh, how do you cope with your stress?
I try to go running every other day.
Okay.
Or just
with exercise.
Yoga and like sometimes just read or just watch TV and things like that, just to get away from it a little bit.
Okay. And do you think you have a good support system at school to help deal with the stress?
Definitely. I have really good friends back home and also family support system.
Well, good. Do you think that you eat well?
Yes. I used to be a nutritionist, so yeah, I eat really healthy.
So you're really aware of nutrition?
Aware of nutrition.
Do you use any drugs?
No.
Do you smoke?
No, never have.
Any illegal drugs?
Never.
Well, that's all of my assessment. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure taking care of you today, and please let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, thank you.